Stephanie and MAHMOUD. Stephanie is psychotic, you guys. And what they did to that poor little boy was just, they were both out of line. Trapping that boy in the house. They were out of line. I don't understand why they're trying to convince him to stay with this psychotic broad. Because she's not even willing to bend or go halfway with him as he's trying to convince MAHMOUD to meet her halfway. She's been trying to irritate the shit out of him ever since he got there. She ain't fed the boy. I ain't seen him eat since he got there. Ain't no food in the refrigerator. We all just seen him eat damn donuts. He's skinny as shit already, so he already look like he need to eat. So he is on the rooftop, still talking to his friend, trying to get away from this psychotic broad. And the friend is trying to talk him into staying in this toxic ass relationship. And like he says, we've been together 4 years. And in 4 years, I've been me. I've been a Muslim. This has been my shit. And here she is down there talking about he lied. No, he didn't lie. He probably felt like your friends, it was none of their motherfucking business, girl. That's probably why he didn't say shit. He did not feel like it was any of their business. You guys are married and you shouldn't have never brought them assholes to your house. Period. First of all, you should have never left. If he didn't go, you're supposed to be there with his ass. You know he new to America. That is so shitty to bring somebody over here and they don't know this fucking land and you just gonna treat them like shit. Oh my God, girl. So MAHMOUD is like, screw this. I'm going downstairs and I'm packing my shit and I'm leaving. I don't want to deal with this broad no more. He's like, he dealt with this shit long enough. So then he goes downstairs, pulls out the suitcase, starts packing his shit. And here she go again, embarrassing him, cursing at him, telling him to get the fuck out of her house. And then she want him to stay, then she want him to go. And then she's mad because he won't talk. Bitch, why should he talk to you? You are yelling at him, cursing at him in front of your friends still. But you're wondering why he won't talk to you. Why should he? You're an asshole and you're a Karen. So he's trying to take his stuff. He's trying to take his stuff and get away from this crazy bitch. But they won't let him out the door. And that's when I got real pissed off that as he was trying to leave, they were both blocking him. I felt like he was being bullied. I didn't like that at all because he ain't got nobody there to stand up for him or help him do shit. If he wanted to take his shit and go, he could have took his shit and go. He know how to call an Uber. He could have called somebody and just got the hell out and went to the bus station plane. I don't know. But what you guys did was wrong. And I'm saying this to say, probably that's why he popped the fuck. That's probably why he popped her. Because I heard that he did a little DV on her. And if that's the shit she was doing, blocking him, putting her hands on him, because I feel like she did it first and he just wanted her to get the fuck away from her. And he popped her. And then she screamed Karen, and she's over there in America. Who they gonna believe? Who they gonna believe? Really? Especially she white. She probably had a little mark on her, but I'm sure she started that shit. Just from what I watched, if a person wanna go, let them go. Don't be blocking them. And I hope you guys ain't mad that I'm saying she got popped. I'm not saying she deserved it, but I say I motherfucking understand. I'm a survivor of domestic violence. But I wasn't talking shit, wasn't saying shit, because I was too scared. She been talking shit and doing shit ever since. So he got fucking tired and he popped her ass. Because he probably was trying to go again and she wouldn't let him. Like I said, don't agree with anyone being popped, but I do understand. Another one that was an asshole, in my opinion, on Sunday night was COLBY. We'll talk about it. Let's go over their little low shit. So they out here having their drinks. And they're talking about the wedding. And they're talking about the friends, of course. Because she feels like they shouldn't be invited to the wedding if they're going to be talking about her behind her back and treating her like shit and feel like she ain't good for them. And he shut that shit down right away. He's like, no. They coming to the wedding. Those are my friends. You ain't going to do this little bullshit that you do over in America. My friends is coming to the wedding and that's that. So she says, are you going to invite your ex-girlfriend? Instead of just talking to him about what Valerie said to you. Like, why you got to be a little condescending asshole? Why you got to do that? Don't be passive-aggressive. That's the word. Passive-aggressive. Why you do that? So he says, so now he's looking at her funny. He had a little odd look on his face. But what gets me, when you say something like that, he beat around the bush and pussyfooted around a little bit with this girlfriend conversation. And what she finds out is that he'd been talking to her here and there. But what pissed me off is that he didn't believe his wife that Valerie snitched on him. He didn't believe it. He says, why would my friend do that? And I'm sitting there, you asshole. Why wouldn't you believe your wife? Why do you think your wife is going to lie on your friend? And they already don't like her, you asshole. Why? Why, Colby? Colby, you're showing your ass over there in Cameroon. That's what you're doing. You're showing your little ass over there. So now Emily is feeling some kind of way because she feels like, why did you marry me and you had a whole girlfriend? We're going to talk about that right now. Let's take a walk down memory lane. Emily, he didn't want to marry you. He had to marry you because you was pregnant. What I remember is when you did have that baby, because he would call and want to talk to his son and didn't give a shit about you, you would have an asshole issue with him and almost threatened not to bring his son to see him because you had a problem that he loved his son and he didn't love you. Truth be told, he was forced to be with you just to be with his damn son. Do you remember him coming to America and he's in the car with you? He wanted to see his son. You didn't give a shit at that time. Your ass just wanted to have sex. That's what you wanted to do. So you forced this man to marry you. He didn't want to marry you. That was not his choice. And when he went over there to bring the kid, you guys forced him to do that shit. You forced him to do it. You, the mama, everybody forced him. He didn't want to do it. Let's go. Do you guys remember that shit? He did not want to do it. He was forced to do it. And because he's a stand-up guy and he had a kid and wanted to be a father to his kid, he married your punk ass. He didn't want to. Had you not got married, pregnant, he wouldn't be dealing with your ass. He wouldn't. He would have still been with his girlfriend and she would have been talking shit about him cheating on him. We're just going to skip over the amusement park. They had fun. They met up with the friend, yada, yada. The friend was letting her know that, yeah, you are bossy and you've been that way. But at this time, you're over here in our country. You're over here and you need to shut the fuck up. All he's asking you to do is act like you respect his ass while he's here. Just act like the women over here, submissive. That's all he's asking you to do. He ain't asking you to stay that way. He just wants you to shut the fuck up while you're here, Emily. That's all they're asking you to do. Now, Emily decides, let me try to show your friends that I'm a good wife and that I am good for you so they can see another side of me, so they can see the fun side of me. So she invites the 3 little assholes to the club. These fuckers. So she's trying to have conversation and about them, being hanging out. And he was like, why would you bring us to a club? Most women, Cameroon women, they wouldn't invite a person to a club. They would invite us to their house for dinner. And she's like, bitch, I don't have a home here. I'm living in a hotel. And he hauled off and said, well, this is our culture. Our culture, we know our women don't do this. And I'm sitting there at that point when he said that shit, I said, Colby, you're a fucking asshole. Sorry for the language. You are. You're an asshole because you set your wife up. You know what Cameroon men expect. So to let your wife just walk into a fire knowing taking them to a club was a grade D. It was an F. They graded her. And you just sat there and watched them attack your wife and you didn't do shit. You didn't say shit to those assholes. Your wife should have never had to get up and walk off. She shouldn't have. They were absolutely horrible to her. And you set her ass up because you know the laws of your damn land. You know the laws of your land. You know you shouldn't have been at the club. And you should have told your wife that. You should have told her that. Here you are. You want her to act like a Cameroon wife. But yet you set her up to go to a club to not look like a Cameroon wife. Like, I don't get it, sir. What are you trying to do? Because I feel like you're an asshole. That's all I'm going to say. That you're wrong for that. So the friends expect Emily to shut up and know her place. And they so much as said it. And her husband didn't say shit. He didn't say shit. At that point, you were supposed to check your friends. You're supposed to check your friends. She's from America. She ain't doing nothing wrong. She's doing the American way. And like I said, you set her up. You knew better. You knew she wasn't supposed to do that shit, but you let her do it anyway. So you're a dick for that. Ed and Liz. Normally I don't do Ed and Liz, but Ed's been an asshole from the very beginning. And I don't know why she's surprised. Ed don't want to be a father to that damn kid. He didn't even want to be a father. Did you watch the shit, Liz? He didn't even want to be a father to Rose's kids. He don't want kids. He don't like kids like that. So Liz done woke up and found out that her asshole boyfriend or fiance got up and left the next day and left her ass there because they had an argument. So he left. She woke up and he was gone. And then she find out through a text, through some other shit, that the wedding was canceled. He didn't even have enough guts to call her and say, Liz, the wedding is canceled. I said, damn, now that's some cold shit to find out that way. So the issue was they was having a taco season night. I'm saying that wrong, but whatever he did, he made some tacos and taco pasta, and he made this shit too spicy. The little girl started complaining that the shit was too spicy. So he says to the child, stop being a baby, something like that, which pissed the mama off. And I can see why she would get pissed off, because that's not the first time you talked to that little girl crazy when you guys was trying to do bacon with the powder and shit. So it's the second time around, and she was just over it. The shitty thing, why they don't let us see it? Why they never let us see shit like that? That's the parts we want to see, but we just only get to hear about it. So apparently what she did was just went off in front of all the family, and she wouldn't shut up. According to his sister, co-signing Ed's story, that she wouldn't shut the fuck up. Kind of letting her know she's like that all the time. This is the crazy shit she do all the time. And the sister is just eating it up because she was there to see the crazy. But here's the thing, Ed, you've been an asshole to her before that. You've embarrassed her plenty of times. We just watched that Paradise shit where you guys on a resort. You weren't very nice to her then. You guys, Ed's an asshole. I'm gonna tell you, he's an asshole, and he think he top shit. He really do. He think he top shit. Remember, some of you guys don't know, but some of you guys are new. He lives here in San Diego. So did I. He probably don't live here now. But in 2022, we was at this restaurant in Hillcrest. He happened to just walk his ass in there, and I didn't go approach him right away. I waited for about 10-15 minutes, you know. And when I went up to his ass, I didn't even have my cell phone with me. I didn't want to do shit. I was just going over to say hi, right? Soon as I get to the table, before I could say anything, he was like, no pictures, please. I said, ooh. I said, I wasn't here to take pictures. I was just noticed you, just here to say hi. And I just walked away from his motherfucking table. So then about 10-15 minutes later, he came over to my husband and I's table, because we were literally sitting next to each other. We were about sitting next to each other. So he says, I'm sorry, I was just having a bad day, and do you want to take a picture with me? Oh, sure, I'll take a picture with you. And my husband took a picture. Now Liz, she looked just like she looked on TV, depressed. She didn't say shit, and I think I spoke to her. I'm sure I spoke to her first, because that's what you're supposed to do. She just hides. She don't smile. She don't do shit. She just looks like she's fucking miserable, and she should have been miserable. She's with Ed. He don't like kids. He like dogs. He don't like kids. I think he been stringing you along, Liz, just to get them TLC checks. I don't think he was ever going to marry you. You see all the different shows he's been on. He thinks he's a fucking star. And I did my little search on Starcasm, and I guess this is true shit, because she got a whole nother man now that she with. She ain't even with the Ed no more, so she got a whole nother man. At the end of the day, Ed said he can't forgive Liz crazy ass because she went off in front of the family, and like the sister said, they were saying she wouldn't stop. The sister said, I thought she was going to stop at some point, but she never stopped. I think you need to get with a Christian lady. I said, girl, how many blunts you done smoke? And why, get to take them shades off. Like, girl, a Christian lady, why? Why he need to be with a Christian? You think Christians are any better? Anyway, that's it, y'all. I'll see y'all with Seeking Sister Wives tomorrow. Don't be an asshole, y'all. Bye.